Yo, what's up YouTube? So yeah, today I'm going to be showing you the fastest strategy to get the Nebula Camo in Black Ops 6 Zombies. So to start off with, we're going to be covering the gold camo and the headshot camos that lead up to gold. And there are going to be a couple of augments that you can use throughout your game to help you out, but these aren't necessary. The first of which is Ice Cloud and Cryo Freeze. This is going to make sure that you don't get overwhelmed when you're holding off in this strategy. And you can pair that with Chillberry on Elemental Pop. This will help it proc more often. And then finally on Frenzied Guard, put on Frenzied Fire and Extension. This is going to be great for holding off. Alright, so this strategy is going to be on Terminus, and it's going to be utilising the 2-spawn strategy. If you don't know how to do that, just open up towards the Wound Weapon room and then complete a full round in here. Once you've completed a full round, save and quit your game, so this has to be done in solo. And then when you load back into the game, this room will only be a 2-spawn. Usually there's 1 spawn outside them doors, but saving and quitting inside this room will get rid of one of them spawns. Now assuming you've done everything correctly, this should now be a 2-spawn and you should be able to start holding off here as soon as it's set up. The best spot to stand in this room is in the corner beside the door, because as you can see here, the zombies all line up in front of you for easy headshots. And if you are on controller, what you can do as well is you can hold down the fire button and start spamming the left trigger. This will make it so that as long as you have Deadshot Daiquiri, the aim assist constantly snaps to the zombies' heads, making it a lot easier and a lot faster to get headshots as well that way. Another thing I'd recommend for this strategy is turning on Rampage Inducer. The zombies spawn in really slowly on these early rounds. And when you have Rampage Inducer on, these rounds go by so fast. They literally take 20 seconds. 30 seconds will be a long round if you just kill a manglers at the end. But the time between rounds as well, especially without Rampage Inducer, takes like 15 seconds to switch rounds. But if you turn Rampage Inducer on, the zombies spawn a lot faster and the time between rounds is like literally 3 seconds. So you're going to save so much time doing it this way. I'd recommend doing this strategy until about round 36, and then you can just exfil or leave the game, but it honestly just depends on what weapons you're using. If you're using a good assault rifle or some RPGs, you might want to hold off for a little bit longer, maybe till 40 or 45. But if you're using like a sniper rifle or a really bad marksman rifle, then you might just want to leave it around 31. As on 31, the mangler spam begins, and it might be too time consuming just to take them all out. Moving on to the Opal Camo, I've seen people do Director mode on round 11 I think it is, but I'm going to show you a way more efficient way to do it. So the round 11 strategy involves you getting 1 mangler a round, and that 1 round taking about a minute to complete, so it's about 1 minute a mangler. But if you just do the regular high round strategy on Terminus, especially in a mangler suit as well, around 74 pretty much takes like a minute to do, and at the end of the round you get 10 manglers just waiting for you. Sometimes more, sometimes a little bit less, but I'd say it averages out about 10 manglers. And even if you use the RCXD strategy where the rounds are going to be a little bit slower, probably closer to 3 minutes, it's still going to be way more efficient compared to the round 11 director mode. So all you want to do is at the end of the round just come to the engineering room and it should respawn all the manglers closer together. At this point, I'd recommend slowing them down with the Wonder Weapon, because there's going to be a lot of manglers, so you don't want them all to shoot the cannon at you at the same time and for you to just insta-die. So slow them down and then weaken it with the Wonder Weapon and just pick it off with the weapon that you want Opal on. And then rinse and repeat this round by round. You can save and quit your game and just have this save file sitting there, so whenever you unlock a new category to go for Opal for, you can just load up a game and then just bang out all the camos within about 10 rounds or so. Alright, so now I'm going to be covering the Afterlife Camo, and we're going to be switching over to Liberty Falls for this strategy. This strategy is actually going to take place inside the bank, but you're going to want to keep these doors closed. We're going to be using a trick to get inside the bank through the ice cream shop, and to do this you're going to want to blow up this barrier on the roof. Once it's blown up, drop down, go prone in front of this window, and somewhere around here you're going to get a prompt to blow up the barrier inside the bank, which is going to open up the ice cream shop. Once you've done that, just drop down, go in through the ice cream shop, and you should be inside the bank with both the doors closed. This is going to create a 3 spawn, 1 spawn inside the ice cream shop, and 2 other barriers inside the bank, and we're going to be holding off in here. And one more thing for the setup for this strategy, you're going to want to make sure that you're in director mode, and once you have all 3 parts for the LTG, you're going to want to craft it on this workbench here. And then once you've picked it up, you want to do no more Easter egg steps for this game. This is going to make it so that you get no manglers in your game, and that's going to make it much easier to avoid taking damage, as you're going to have no projectile damage to worry about. So this strategy is super simple. All you want to do is just stand in front of the bank door like you see in here, and all 3 zombie spawns should line up nicely to the point where you can just mow them all down without being hit. It should only take a few rounds to get your weapon Afterlife, therefore I'd only recommend patter punching it one time to save some points. That way you can spin the box once you finish getting Afterlife on your weapon and try and get a different weapon Afterlife as well. Also, the spawn on the right hand side of the room is a little bit close to you, so if you're using a bad weapon like a sniper rifle or a marksman rifle, I'm going to show you a different way you can hold off inside this room that's going to give you more time to react to the zombies before they get to you. And it's just going to be standing in front of this vault here. It is going to be a little bit slower, so I wouldn't recommend doing this for assault rifles or LMGs, something that kills fast. But if you're using something with a little bit slower of a TTK, then this would be ideal. Or if you just want to sit back, relax and grind camos too, then you don't really have to focus as much standing here. I'm also going to include the melee weapons for this Afterlife Camo, so these have a different strategy. On Liberty Falls, if you just stay inside the spawn room on directed mode, it shouldn't progress around past round 3. So if you just jump on one of the 2 tanks, you should be able to easily melee kill the zombies before they hit you. There is a slightly faster way to do it on Terminus if you have another player to help you out. Just mantle up on the back of this giant turret, have your friend watch one end as you melee the other. Just try not to let the rounds get too high so you don't get as many manglers or parasites. And finally, we're going to be covering the Nebula Camo. This is going to be a similar strategy to the Afterlife Camo. The only difference is at the end of the round we're going to be keeping a zombie, that way we don't mess up the spawns for the next round, and then we're going to place down the LTG and kill the elite enemy. We can do this once per round, therefore once we kill the elite enemy, we're going to want to head back to the bank and then progress through that round as fast as possible. We're going to do this by spawn killing the middle spawn and the ice cream shop spawn with Mustang and Sally. I'd recommend only patter punching Mustang and Sally once. That way the ammo is still going to be pretty cheap at 1000 essence and it'll still one-shot most enemies apart from fully armoured ones. And then just repeat this process. There's not that much to say about this, so I'm just going to let the gameplay play out one cycle of it. And wish you all the best of luck. So if this video helped you out, be sure to leave a like. If you're new, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.
Gateway portal stabilizing.